Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for Logical. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in with the introduction. So there's this piano part that actually plays kind of around and around throughout most of the song. And what happens is we're playing quite low on the piano. We start with this G note. I'm going to use my thumb, and the notes I'm going to focus on in my right hand are D, G and B. I'm going to keep my fingers near those notes throughout most of this. And what I do, I play the notes in order from lowest to highest. So I've got G, D, G, B. And I'm using my sustain pedal with my right foot throughout most of this. So I'm playing, and then, which is the G, D, G. So it's a slight pause after I get to that B. 1 and 2 and pause. I then do it a second time, well almost. Once I've gone up, I then go to a D in the left hand, followed by right hand, F sharp, G and B. So we play the first half, D, F sharp, G, B. So we've got this riff. And that we repeat a second time like this. So that's the first part that we need to really master. If you can do that, you've got a lot of the song. However, there's obviously a few more parts. The next part has a similar idea. Your left hand plays an E note, whilst your right hand plays E, G, B. And we follow that same pattern. So going from the lowest to the highest, then down. So after you've done that once round, we do the first part again, before your left hand going down to D, F sharp, G, B, which is the part from earlier. So you play this E section, it's kind of over what you call an E minor chord, again, but jump. So let's put the first part with the second part. Here we go. Now, everything you've just done there, massive part of the song. There's just a couple of other bits around that. So, what I've just played there starts off the song before the vocals come in. When the vocals do come in, do all of that one more time. Now, it's worth mentioning that I've wrote the sheet music out for this, which you can get on Patreon. There's a link in the description, and you can get sheet music a bit like this on the screen, but for this song, and it just means you don't have to follow the structure and maybe write it down wrong. You get everything that you need. So check that out in the description. However, let's talk through the structure and all the other parts. So, when the vocals come in, do everything again that we've just looked at. However, there's another part which, nothing too complex, it follows the same pattern, but we go down to a C in the left hand, and the right hand has E, G, and a C at the top. And we play this with that pattern 3 times. 2, 3. Then on the 4th time, we kind of do what we did before, where we play the pattern half, and then play that D pattern. So we've got, so I'm going to play all of this section in one go. So the C part, a second time, third time, half, D. So after that, there's one more time round where you play the G bit, and so on. And then the full verse starts again. So you play the G section, the E section, then the C section, and then back to the G. So those parts, everything that I've gone over in the video up to now, is 99% of the song, which is brilliant. The chorus part, when the vocal part really goes for it, the only real difference, there's only one minor difference, is when we start off the pattern again, because it is just the same as the verse. When I start that G, they seem to really double up the left hand. It's a bit more powerful, a bit more dynamic. So what they do is they include an octave of G. octave again. Then on the E, they do the same E octaves. So it's all roughly the same idea, just with more octaves in the left hand, which is, if you're not sure what octaves are, it's just whatever note you're playing here, go and find the same note down one. So G there, G here. And that'll get you through the chorus. So at the timestamp on the screen, the song goes very sparse. There's a vocal part and the piano kind of goes away, but there's kind of this synthy bass. I'm going to show you the notes for that. And really it's just the same left-hand notes as what we played in the verse. So what will happen is you'll play G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, D, and G, 2, 3, 4, G, and D. Then the E part, 2, 3, 4, E, and D. Repeat. E, 2, 3, 4, E, and D. Then there's 3, lots of C. That's the second one, and third. And then there's a bar of silence. It then goes back into the chorus, same as before. Then at the very end of the song, that's the only part that is different. And we go higher on the piano. Now, I'm at the very, midway of the piano, high on the camera. And what's happening is they play a G major chord, D, G, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It then goes to an E minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's E, G, B with a D at the top, with an E at the top, should I say. It then goes to a C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a C, E, and G, but this E note is on the offbeat every time. And it loops around those 3 shapes a couple of times before ending the song, which is nice and straightforward. So, in a nutshell, that's everything you need to get through this song. Now, like I said at the start, if you need the sheet music, if you'd like that, link in the description. I've also made a synthesia version of this, so there's a link in the description for that as well, where you can see the notes kind of drop down onto a keyboard, so more a virtual version of it. You can follow it that way as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'd also like to thank the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. They make this very worthwhile. They support me every month. And yeah, please like and subscribe. I shall see you in the next video.